Here we go.
It's a perfect day for softball here at the stadium. 55,000 on hand for Johnny Trino. Bobblehead day here. I mean, it's a great day for the kids. All fans 16 and under will get one. And can Johnny go for the 700 batting average?
What's going on, everybody? You're listening to the Baseball Goombas. Today is October 14th, 2018. This is our 21st podcast episode. John Goomba here with Chris Goomba.
Chris Goomba, what is happening, everybody? 21, Paul O'Neill. This is the Paul O'Neill episode. Shout out to Paul O'Neill.
This is the Carlos Delgado episode.
Oh, I missed Delgado. He was good.
He was good.
I enjoyed his home runs.
Even when he was getting older with the Mets, he had some years.
A little golf swing he got going on.
It was a beautiful home run swing. Yeah, very similar.
And again, we're rolling with Johnny Trevino.
What? Batting 700 in the Passaic, New Jersey slow pitch softball league.
What are we talking about today? We are wrapping up the ALDS between the Yankees and the Red Sox, and I have a lot to say because my blood is boiling already here this morning, and I can't wait to just lash out right now. It was very disappointing, to say the least.
It was a rough series.
A lot of
very winnable series.
They should have won. The Yankees should have won that series.
I picked the Red Sox to win the series, but I was very nervous going to this series and saying, "Wow, if any team besides the Astros, if any team had to go against them in the first round, that can take them out." I felt like it was the Yankees,
especially splitting up in Fenway, 1-1, going home tied, and they literally should have. We'll get that too. We'll get into that too.
Jeter wouldn't have done that.
No, he wouldn't. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. But we'll get into it. Yeah, I mean, they had a perfect scenario was laid out. Going to the Bronx, tied 1-1, 2 games in New York, and then a possible Game 5 back up in Fenway. And
but you felt like you could at least
didn't take advantage of it.
You felt like you at least. I would have felt like, okay, we're at least going to 5 because we're not going to lose both.
Yeah, whether they lost, if there was a Game 5 against Sale, whether they would have come out firing or whatever the outcome may be, it should have been. This series should have gone 5 games.
And Sale is still clearly dealing with some issues. You saw it last night against the Astros.
And it wasn't just wasn't they lost. It was how they lost.
Yeah,
and it's still mind-boggling to me. And I don't think I'm going to get over it for quite some time because there is a lot of time in between now and pitchers and catchers reporting. Mm-hmm. But let's go into...
when I look at games 1 and 2, I really didn't see an issue with those games. They just seemed like baseball games. They seemed like decently managed, close games. 5-4 Sox, 6-2 Yankees, and then you head home. And I felt like it was when the Yankees got home...
I don't know what happened. I don't know if
the wheels fell off.
I don't know what was in the water, but
it's that dirty New York water.
It did not look like the New York Yankees on the field and in the dugout. And again, it was disappointing to say the least, and just not how the team drew it up. And with the chatter and with the drama within that 4-game ALDS, there was just a lot of questionable and head-scratching moves and strategy for rookie manager Aaron Boone and the Yankees. And before we get into it, I'm gonna refer to Aaron Boone now as Aaron Boone. So that's what you're gonna hear from me.
Yeah, you've been against Aaron Boone since they signed him.
It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
Me and you are big.
And now look what happened.
We're big on experienced managers.
Yeah, that's.
I know we see these rookie successes, but I don't know.
It doesn't always work out that way. And again, we've mentioned it throughout the season that managers now try to be one of the dudes. They try to be one of the ball players. Yeah. And
with this peace sign
pictures. Yeah, John was just going to get into that. John texted me before the game. I don't know if it was game 3 or 4.
You told me he apparently does this all the time. Oh, it was probably 4.
I think it was game 4. John had texted me before the start that Boone and Cora were taking pictures pre-game, and Cora just smiling,
like an adult,
getting ready to take the photo, and there's Boone putting up the peace sign. And I have seen him do that in the past. I actually have a picture on my phone.
Problem with the boys.
Before even the season started, they were doing a press conference with Boone, and they were doing a photo shoot, and he was throwing up peace signs. And this is before he even managed the game.
You're a New York manager.
I may seem very tidy and minute, but
Nah, it annoys me. It annoyed me. That's why I literally brought up a peace sign to you via text.
I mean, peace sign. It's elimination game.
You're not in Atlantic City or Vegas with the boys.
Yeah, you're not
getting ready to head out pregame.
You're not at a blackjack table. Like, come on. It's the little things like that kind of rub me the wrong way. But again, that's
smile, take the picture, hands in pockets,
and go manage, which he did not do. But here we go. Okay, ready, guys? First things first with the Yankees. This series, and especially games 3 and 4, which again, games 1 and 2, nothing really wrong with it.
No.
So we're going to talk about game 3 and 4 and just the overall outcome of the game. So the rookie manager, Aaron Boone, he kind of got exposed here. He got exposed, whether you believe it or not. And a lot of people are chatting about that. And it's just the inexperience seeped through in these games. It's just. Oh, and also, let me just clear the air. Before we even get into that, let's talk about the New York for a hot minute.
Yeah, go ahead. After game 2,
I get it. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, which I'm sure you all do, Aaron Judge played New York, strolling by the Red Sox clubhouse on the way to the Bronx.
Who's got a boombox? Was that a boom? Was it a legit boombox?
I don't know. I'm not.
Is this Kazam?
Loudwire. I mean, not Loud. What's the other?
No, Kazam the movie. Remember, Shaq came out of the boombox as a genie.
Oh yeah.
That's what
I don't know exactly the details.
LimeWire.
Oh, LimeWire,
yeah.
not Loudwire. Loudwire is the music.
Rock,
yeah. LimeWire. Napster. But so again, I don't listen. I get it. I understand. But as far as jinxing the Yankees is literally 100% no. It's a hard no. Whether he should have done it or not, which I don't think he should have.
I don't think
because
tie ball game.
Yeah, right. It's a tie ball game. Nobody's won. But the Yankees haven't won since 2009. Yeah. They haven't finished in first place since 2012. You haven't. And I get it. You're Aaron Judge, but yes, pump the brakes.
I mean, when you look at the comparisons for Judge, it's always that he's the next Jeter. And
right, and Jeter wouldn't do that.
Jeter's not walking.
But again, it's a new era, and you're complete. Everybody's completely delusional of that. If
you win the series, go ahead. Like the Red Sox shoved it right back in your face in the locker room.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, when you just tie a series, you won one single baseball game.
Get dressed
against Price.
Yeah.
Give me come on.
Take a shower.
Come on.
Take a shower.
Hit the plane.
Do a little. do a little interview with the media. Get dressed, and head on out of there and get ready to roll Game 3 in the Bronx. Which look what happened, 16-1 the day after, or 2 days after, whatever it was.
See.
But again, everybody's completely delusional and utterly clueless if that made the Yankees lose that series. And whether it sparked a little extra juice in the Red Sox, which I don't feel is necessary because you're playing in the American League Division Series, so there's no need for an added motivation because you're trying to win a World Series. But hey, maybe it added a little extra oomph to the Red Sox. But again, it didn't. That playing New York didn't make the Yankees not hit. Didn't make Aaron Boone manage the way he managed. So let's just push that aside, and maybe Aaron Judge will learn a little bit from it, and that's the end of it. But in no way, shape, or form did that make the Yankees lose this series and lose the game in the Bronx, lose both games in the Bronx. But okay, here we go.
Game trio.
So the questionable moves by Boone.
Take your pick.
I'm gonna start with the one that really kind of irked me the most and kind of was puzzling to me the most, which they're all very bad. But I was really like, what are you doing in Game 4 when you have the American League Rookie of the Year, possibly the American League Rookie of the Year?
If Ohtani steals it, I'm going to be... And I mean, you know me, I'm a Met fan. I really don't root for anything Yankees. But I don't know how...
I think he wins it. I
don't know how you don't give this guy... Because Ohtani pitched 8 games. Give me a break.
I can't see how
he steals it. I'm going to be livid.
I can't see how Ohtani
get off the wagon.
That from
get off the wagon.
But again, it's potential, and I think he won it. But we'll see. Okay, so you have Andujar, who 297 batting average, 27 home runs, and 92 ribbies on the season. he is benched in favor of Neil Walker.
47 doubles, a new Yankee rookie record. Who did he beat? DiMaggio on that?
Joe D.
The Yankee Clipper. Andujar beat the Yankee Clipper.
Clipped the Yankee Clipper.
Yeah. For 40, first of all, 47 doubles. 40 is always a great number to hit. It's always recognizable when somebody puts up 40 doubles. But he was right next. He almost got to 50.
Yes.
And you put up this panic lineup in Game 4.
Right, and that's
for 219 Neil Walker.
That's what really kind of
219
is very puzzling to me. That this guy, his bat was on the bench for an elimination game.
Come on,
Neil Walker. Now, I understand.
Don't give me righty lefty.
I'm not going there.
Okay.
I'm not going there. I'm going to go with what he prefaced it with pre-game was the defense. Now.
Mine, that's late. You got to score the runs first.
I get it. I get both sides of it, okay? I really do. With this game, with an elimination game, when you lose and the Yankee season is over, I think you need exactly what John Goombas just said. I think you need to score runs first and worry about defense later.
That's the way games are managed.
If the Yankees and Cashman and Boone were worrying about defense, then they wouldn't have started Sanchez behind the dish.
True.
Okay? So you mean to tell me you're more worried about Andujar's glove than you are Sanchez's glove? And I get it. He's been shaky. Okay, great. But it's a freaking elimination game. Mm-hmm. Go out and win the game. You have Neil Walker. Yeah, he's come on the second half of the season, but, I mean, when I say come on, it's like, he's still batting .219. Overall, 11 home runs and 46 RBI. So you look at the discrepancy here. Yeah, Neil Walker versus Andujar.
What I was just saying before
let's start being real here.
What I was just saying before is Neil Walker against right-handed pitching hit .234 this year. Ooh! And then against lefties, he hit 164. So I don't even care if there was a righty pitcher out there. I don't even care.
That's the thing. With CC on the mound, they wanted to go over
I know
defense.
He's a soft tossing lefty now. I don't care. I don't care.
And also,
and he went 3 innings. So where is he now?
Right, and that's what.
Where is he now? Bring him in.
Exactly. Andujar didn't even see the
4 plate.
Didn't even see the field. Didn't even see the field even after CC was gone, and he was gone quick. And where was I don't understand where
you had 6 more innings of ball where you were down. You're down at this point. Forget defense.
Where is Miguel Andujar in this in an elimination game 4? Do or die. Where is the potential American League Rookie of the Year for the last 6 innings? Where is he? Was he stuck in traffic?
Did
he have the runs?
Yeah.
Where is he? I don't get it. He can change the complexion of the game with one swing of his bat. Mm-hmm. Almost hit 30 dingers. And the rest of the team wasn't even hitting.
No.
They weren't hitting.
No.
So why are you potentially leaving this guy's bat on the bench?
And I don't even care.
The whole game.
I don't even care that Neil Walker got hit in the foot. They got lucky. Because I still would have put Andujar. I don't understand. You're trying to drive in runs and you left Neil Walker in.
Yeah,
Stop.
And again.
Stop.
CC was out.
You're lucky he got hit in the foot first pitch.
CC was out after 3 innings.
Mm-hmm.
You have 6 innings to get him in there, which he should have been in there exactly right in inning number 4.
You're down 3 at this point.
The reason
soon to be 4 once Britton gives up the solo shot.
Right. The reason behind this is for defense. So once CC's out of the game, once you're down, the defense reason is out the door. It's out the door.
How many times during these 2 games did I text you, could somebody wake Boone up and let him know what's going on here?
Right, and that's whole part of it.
I felt like he was just sleeping. Like
he was asleep.
He was an inning behind every single move, or if he did it at all.
It was like he was just taking naps in the dugout.
No sense of urgency.
And and urgency is a big
playoff time
is a big thing I want to get into as well down the line here. It's like just Boone was on a hammock in the dugout with his feet up, sunglasses on, with a good book. I don't know. It was strange. And while we're on CC, and yeah, this is a little less outrageous than the previous night, than Monday night with Severino. But while we're on it, Boone leaving in another move was leaving in CC too long. And again, it wasn't as crazy as the previous night, but
He adjusted a little bit because it was literally the same kind of situation.
Right, and this was coming a night after the blunder with Severino. So this was literally the next night, and it was kind of the same thing. It was the same situation. Going into the game, personally, the thinking had to be for me, like with looking at the Yankees, I wouldn't let CC face the lineup a third time. If that. No. That had to be the thinking going in. And even...
They need to have the same mindset as the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah.
What's your strength?
Bullpen.
Okay, Gio went 2 innings. He only gave up 1 run, but he clearly did not have it.
Right.
He pulled him. Hader throws 3 innings. No... Just use your strength.
And that's the thing. That's the whole thing I'm going for.
And then one game won, the Brewers.
Excuse me. Again, even if CC
stop lengthening your starters.
Even if CC was cruising, and I'm talking cruising the first inning, in the second inning,
yeah,
I literally could envision 9 up, 9 down, hand the ball over to the pen.
Yeah,
that's it. Mm-hmm. That's all we're asking for CC.
Yep.
Thank you very much again, CC, for your service in elimination game.
Yeah.
And we'll see it. We'll see you in the dugout for Game 5.
So one question I have actually is, did you have a problem? Because I didn't, with them giving CC the ball in Game 4 at all. I felt like that was a good. I felt like it was a good idea. You guys really don't have a set starter that you could throw out there in an elimination game. I felt like you just really exactly needed these 3 innings from anybody, and throwing a vet out there like CC. I thought there was nothing wrong with that. I've been seeing that some had an issue with.
Well, it was either essentially it was either going to be Happ or CC, no?
And
then go Tanaka Game 5.
Yeah,
if there was a Game 5, and CC has a great track record in elimination games. I should say coming off a Yankee loss.
Yeah, that was it.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
So I get it, and he's battle tested. He's been here before, just like Tanaka. But
I don't blame Boone for putting.
I don't think there's any qualm about that. Again, you got J Happ for Boston, so I don't know. But again, Happ blew up in Game 1, and
that's why I really didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, so you have to look at that too. So I don't think there's really an issue. I don't think they were looking for much from CC. But that's what we're getting at here is you leave CC in too long. Like it was 3-0 before you even knew about it.
It wasn't as bad as I feel like we were just talking about the Severino game, because at least he went 3 innings. He gave up the 3 earned runs, and he didn't have it. And then here comes Britton for the 4th inning to start the 4th inning. And your Yankee relievers, Britton gave up the solo shot to Vasquez. And in those 6 innings, they gave up just that 1 home run to that first batter. So they really did their job. They kept the Yankees in the game, and he actually made a better decision, I felt, Game 4 with the pitching. But again, he left you're down. You're down 4 runs. Let's start bringing in Andujar into the lineup to maybe get some runs in.
Right. And again, even if a run or 2 starters don't have it, but it wasn't like CC was lighting the world on fire.
No,
he was laboring, and in the first even, and I had even texted John and said
the first 2 outs, quick work.
It was my exact text message was quick work now. And all of a sudden, it's like 40 pitches.
And then there was like first and second. I'm like, yeah.
And that did not go. So he was laboring from the get-go after he got those 2 outs. And again, the starters, it happens. But the thing was the urgency with Boone. And there was no urgency with this scenario. And the elimination game, all hands are on deck. And you have to mind you that Wednesday was an off day. So the bullpen was ready to go.
I don't want to hear.
And also, the game was 16-1 the night before, and they brought in Tarpley and Land. They didn't bring in the heavy hitters.
Romine.
Yeah, so that's another story.
Yeah, but, in a playoff game, that's embarrassing.
Ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. So you like the bullpen, your heavy hitters in the bullpen already are ready for like 8 innings. Like they're ready to go for the wild card game last year. Like they're ready to go for 8 innings. You have to realize that. Yeah. Where's the urgency? Yeah. Realize, capture the moment and realize, wow, we got an off day tomorrow, and I can use my bullpen up, and they'll chill out tomorrow and be ready to go for Game 5. Mm-hmm. Like, use them. Yeah. Why are your best arms on the ALDS roster if you're not going to use them? Like, I just don't lose this series without giving your bullpen, which is one of the best in the MLB, one of the best in baseball,
a chance third in the ERA, second or it was top 3 or 4. Yeah.
Don't lose this series without giving your bullpen a chance to win it. That's what it comes down to.
That's how you got there.
All hands on deck for this game, and I've just felt like there was just a nonchalant lack of urgency in this. Mm-hmm. He started to get hit, and again, like I said, all of a sudden it's 3-0 going 4. And the thing is, it was first and third. The Red Sox had runners at first and third with nobody out in the third inning, and there was nobody warming. Yeah, nobody. And again, it may sound tiny, but
it's an elimination game.
It's an elimination game. What's the harm in warming someone? And then I felt like Boone had Robertson warming too late. Yeah, like he finally got somebody up when he realized, uh-oh. Yeah, but like, where's the urgency? Where's the urgency?
He never showed it
in warming somebody. What's the harm? What is the harm?
None.
What is your season's about to end? Like you clearly see it's the third inning now. Runners at first, runners at corners, nobody out, and the bullpen is crickets. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but at least have somebody warming up. No. At least have somebody warming up.
He didn't show urgency the entire series.
And then you hear about he didn't show anything. What's the downside? It almost makes you question. Which I mean, I know it sounds stupid, but does he know Boone? There's no tomorrow. Like, are you aware of that? If you lose this game, you're over. It's done with. Mm-hmm. And then you hear about post game quotes. Stealing outs. He wants to steal outs. The Red Sox are about to steal this series from you and steal your season away from you if you want to talk about stealing.
They already confirmed...
come on, stealing outs.
They already confirmed that the whole staff's coming back next year, correct?
I can't remember. Yankees? Yeah. The coaching staff.
Coaching staff, yeah.
That's what they said. I mean, I didn't catch all of the Friday's postseason press conference. But
I thought I read it, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I was reading things here and there, and
but if anybody was gone,
according to Cashman and the Yankees, everybody's coming back. So that goes my theory that Boone will be gone and Joe G will be back. So that goes that. Jordan just interviewed for, according to the Texas blogs here and there, for the Rangers job. So we'll see how that goes.
Ew.
But I don't know.
You going there?
But again, this whole post game.
Ew.
Yeah, we'll see.
Make them relevant. Maybe we'll make them relevant. That would be a tough division if they're relevant.
Yeah. This whole stealing outs thing that he was preaching, it's a bunch of BS. Okay, it's a bunch of BS. Again, the Reds. You want to talk about stealing? The Red Sox are going to steal your season away from you, and you're going to be done for the year. Again. We're gonna say elimination game about 1,000 more times, mm-hmm. but it's a do or die game. Don't think about, hey, I want to steal another out or two from CeCe. No, get him the hell out. Yeah. Get him the hell out.
Save the. Oh my God.
It's just. Again, we said it best. It's the lack of urgency was just felt across this entire series, and in the postseason. Obviously, everything is magnified. Mm-hmm. Everything's under a microscope. Mm-hmm. It's pressure-filled, and it's almost as if the game moved too fast for him. Really, it almost moved too fast for him. And it's just, he was exposed, and he fizzled under pressure, and it doomed the Yankees. It really did. And I'm not going to sit here and say that the Yankees lost 100% because of Aaron Boone.
I think it was, I think he single-handedly lost Game 3. Or he let it get out of hand. I think he single-handedly let it get out of hand. Because I thought he managed
It's accurate.
He completely managed that game completely wrong.
Right. And that's the next thing I'm going to get into, or we'll get into. But, again, I can't sit here and say that the Yankees lost because of Boone. I can't sit here and say that. Whether he's a majority the issue.
He's a big part.
Big part of it.
I'll give you
because again,
I'll go 50%. I'm gonna go that high. I'm gonna go 50%.
I might even go 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna maybe a little more because it was kind of disgusting the way he managed. It was literally it was literally gross. It was gross. It was gross. But again, I can't sit here because you gotta hit. You gotta hit the ball.
Yeah,
Yankees gotta hit the ball. Okay, you go to the Bronx and they don't hit any home runs. You worried about setting the home run record and no home runs were hit in the Bronx. And no runs even were scored up until the 9th inning off Kimbrel. Yeah. They lost 16-1.
Yeah. And
then they were 4-0. Mm. And so they didn't score until the 9th inning when Kimbrel almost melted down. So
what was that? About Craig? Supposed to be an elite closer.
I love him, but he
does fold.
He does fold. He does.
I don't see like this top two closer.
He's good.
I know he's good, but I still yeah,
exactly.
Right?
That's all it needs. It was. But you have to hit. Okay, the Yankees as a team has to hit. You look at the Stanton at bats.
Oh,
talk about gross.
You beat me to it.
Talk about gross.
You beat me to it.
Like Boone has nothing to do with Stanton's at bats.
238 with the one meaningless home run in the A's game.
Like, do you have a bucket around here because I'm going to throw up?
Oh my god.
It was horrendous. I mean, he's swinging at pitches and not even close.
You know what I'm realizing?
Not even close. And I talk about Boone fizzling under the postseason spotlight. So did Stanton. It was kind of similar to A-Rod.
So you know what I'm realizing about Stanton is I think the Yankees are in a bit of trouble here. I mean, he's clearly a great hitter, MVP.
They're not going to get rid of him. That's what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying they're going to. I'm saying, but like even on a down year, he hit 38 home runs, 100 RBI. That's a down year, 100 RBIs and 38 home runs. But I'm seeing that he's not a playoff hitter. He doesn't have that playoff approach.
This was his first postseason.
Nah, but I'm just saying, like the way he approaches the way he approaches at bats is not like someone like Judge. I'm just talking about like patience. Judge hit 421 in the postseason. He absolutely raked this time. He's clearly the real deal. Oh, yeah. I'd be worried about staying for years to come. But I mean, I'm talking about guys like Justin Turner. I will take Justin Turner in the postseason over almost
underrated
anybody.
Ball player.
First of all, the win last night. When he came up to that plate, I'm like, this guy, like, just two takes, got ahead of the count. When the Mets faced him in the NLDS in 15, he was an impossible out. He was impossible. That's the kind of postseason play. You want your Turners and I'd rather have Turners and my Zobrists than these regular season. Because you look at that, first of all, let me just bring up the 9th inning at-bat from Stanton. The strike one buckle looking. The strike two chasing. I was in the other batter's box. The textbook high fastball. The textbook high fastball to change his eye level. And then he threw that same thing into the dirt in the other batter's box that he just waved at. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, it was. So...
textbook at bat. It was a textbook 1-2 high fastball strike three in the dirt. It was textbook, and it was embarrassing. And he just walked back to the plate embarrassed, and it was huge. They had a rally going. Here's your 3-hitter, and you couldn't handle it.
It was his at bats were not ideal, and again, it's not on Boone. So the Yankees have to hit the ball. They also have to pitch. So other than Tanaka, other than that one start, it was awful.
Yeah.
So you also have to pitch the ball, which that's not Boone. These guys said he buckles down.
We picked him for the wild card game. We picked him. Severino, first of all, I don't care. Severino was not good in the wild card game.
He was all right.
No. Too many walks. First of all, your bases loaded. You haven't got up a hit yet. He was wild.
It was an easy win.
A's played scared.
They did.
A's played so scared. They were all looking for the walk.
Was the moment. The moment was too big for.
Oh my god!
For the A's. That was very apparent.
Well, when you saw Liam Hendricks, he clearly can't handle the moment in the Bronx.
No, after the Judge 2-run shot, it was game. It was game. It really was. I mean, the A's were like, oh crap! Yeah. Like, here we are in the Bronx in a wild card game, and we're down 2-0. Judges hit a home run, and it was just. I mean, again, Severino, I don't think he was that bad. He wasn't great by no means. No. But
I think he got lucky.
The Judge shot was a nice shot of adrenaline, and that just kind of sprung them to victory. But again, Yankees have to pitch, and they don't have. That's a problem. First of all, when we're sitting here before the wild card game, before the season's over, asking who do you think is going to start the wild card game, that's a problem. Yeah, you look at the Astros, it's not a problem.
That. If you can't figure out who to start.
You look at the Red Sox, not a problem. You look at a lot of these teams, there's no problem except for the A's.
Yeah,
because they started Lynn Hendricks.
Yeah,
but you look at
I disagreed.
You look at these teams, and there's no problems for these guys. So it's an issue for the Yankees when you don't know who's going to start your wild card game. They have to get pitching. They do. And again,
They got Hap.
They lost.
Oh boy,
they lost. He's a Band-Aid. Hap is a Band-Aid.
Granted, he pitched very well once he got there.
Okay, but he's a Band-Aid.
He's not intimidating.
No, he's a Band-Aid.
He is.
So it's 3 strikes here. You got Boone strike 1. You have hitting strike 2, and you got pitching strike 3. So all of this coupled with the embarrassing loss on Monday night, and it just. That's why they lost. That's why they lost this series. It's because all 3 with a major hand in Boone, why they lost this game. And I want to bring up last year's wild card game because you saw what happened last year with Girardi.
Quick trigger, saved the game.
He managed
a third of an inning.
We talk about urgency, and nobody had more urgency than Joe last year.
Joltin' Joe Girardi.
He took out his ace. After 1 out.
Mm-hmm.
After he bombed.
Yep. And
he managed like his life depended on it, which it did, or the season depended on it. And look what happened. They won the ball game. If that scenario played out, I'm just saying Monday night, if Severino was taken out after just say an inning or two outs, do you think Monday night's game, Boone could do what Joe did last year?
No.
Does anybody have the same confidence in that? Absolutely not.
Nobody would have even warming up.
Right. Absolutely not. Girardi pulled out all the stops. Your number 4 starter allows 3 runs with your bullpen ready to give you 8 innings and nothing. Nothing. And it's almost as if Boone managed this game, or these 2 games, like it was April.
Did.
Like it was April.
Mm-hmm. Let me just backtrack to Game 3 and tell you how Boone lost this game. Severino allowed the 3 earned runs in the 3 innings. He's clearly getting hit hard. These balls were hit hard.
They were right from the start.
Missiles.
Right from the start.
Line drives. Everything hit on the nose. Inning number 4, you should start. If you wanted to bring in Lance Lynn, he should have started the inning.
That's another move.
He should have started the inning. But instead you bring out Severino to give up 2 singles to Holton Vasquez. Then you just let him out there to continue with a brutal 4-pitch walk to Jackie Bradley Jr. And now you bring in Lynn with the bases loaded. You don't bring in the starter with the bases loaded. You have guys like Robertson, Green, Holder. Bring in one of these guys who had this experience with the runners on. You don't bring in your starter.
All of a sudden, Lance Lynn's Houdini. He's going to get out of bases.
Now Lance Lynn walks, bets, walks
down
in a run, and then the bases clearing double by Benintendi, 7-0. The game's over right there. Now you're down 2-1.
Again, you
lost the game in the 4th inning. Over 7-0. You might as well just pack up.
Gonna dive into that right now. But real quick, Boone, in Game 1, he pulls J. Happ in the 2nd inning with the season. Aaron Boone pulls J. Happ in the 2nd inning in Game 1. Pulls him in the 2nd inning because he didn't have it. He was getting hit. Now, with the season on the line...
What changed?
He lets Sabathia give up 3 in the 3rd. 3-3.
He gave up 6 earned runs. 3+ innings.
It doesn't make sense. It does not make any sense.
And he was getting hit harder than Happ. Happ gave up the shot to Martinez.
It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. It's just odd and strange. So okay, we talk about Severino. This was
second half Severino. We just watched. You got to realize this is what you were seeing in the second half after the All-Star break, and you got to get him out of there.
Single-handedly lost this game. That I totally agree with. It's just.
At least Game 4, he salvaged it with Britain, and only he started somebody else that 4th inning. If he had brought Sabathia in for that 4th inning, this very well could have been the same exact game.
Yeah, it was clear as day. It was clear as day for the fans watching the game, and for the fans in the Bronx that Severino didn't have it from the start, and he was just it was loud outs. It was a loud out after a loud out, and you have to know when your starter doesn't have it. You have to know, and why didn't he know? Again, was he on his hammock?
I was texting. You gotta wake this guy up.
Are you on his Are you on your hammock?
Nap time.
I don't get it. I mean, he was getting rocked. It was clear as day. Clear as day. George, if he was alive, would fire everyone mid-game.
Yeah.
He would fire Aaron Boone mid-game.
This isn't the mid-game.
Because look at the final outcome. 16-1 in a postseason Game 3 in the American League Divisional Series in the Bronx. 16 to the Red Sox. 16-1 to another rookie manager.
Yeah,
it's one of the worst losses in franchise history. It was embarrassing. You got Lance Lynn falling down.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay,
looking like Jabba down
everything. He kind of does look a little bit. It looks like
with the brim and the weight.
Clean shaven, kind of looks like Jabba.
Jabba rules.
Still mad I don't have that shirt. I'm still mad. I missed my opportunity to get a Jabba Rule shirt. I'm sitting here with a Chin Ming Wang jersey, and I missed my shot to get Jabba.
I missed my Nohan shirt. I need my Nohan.
Disappointing.
You need to get
if anybody knows where to get a Jabba Rule shirt
or a Nohan,
please tweet us, give us a comment. Just if anybody knows where to get these shirts.
I don't even care what size it is.
Let me know. I'll wear an XXL. I don't care. Just give me it. But again, that's what you bring in Lynn is another move. Like that wouldn't be my first choice. Why are you bringing in Lance Lynn with the bases loaded? You think Lance Lynn's Houdini now? Where's Robertson? Where's Holder? Where's Green?
It's not what he's trying to do. He's been a career starter.
I don't get it. Why?
Solid starter up to this year.
Why are you doing this stuff? It's just weird.
Just making things up.
Weird decisions all around. And these are just some of the moves that irked me and irked a lot, 99% of the population. And just overall, this series and this Game 4 was just clear-cut difference between what you should and what you shouldn't do in a do-or-die. Yeah. In a postseason series, I should say. It was just a clinic. It was a clinic of what you should and shouldn't do. It was Cora versus Boone, battle of the rookie managers, and when push comes to shove, Cora buckled down and seemed like every move he made worked. And again, it's not going to work always. Every little move is not always going to work. No. But it just so happened to be that the urgency by Cora
ended tonight. We're ending this tonight.
Right. It panned out. And that's what you need in a postseason series, in a do-or-die game. That's what you need to do. The motto, obviously, is manage for today, worry about tomorrow. Mm-hmm. It's the Cora and the Sox went for the jugular in the 8th inning, and I don't want to hear nothing about that. It was the right move.
Yeah,
it was the right move.
1, 2, 3 inning.
Listen. Here's Chris Sale. Here's our best pitcher. We are 6 outs away from advancing to the ALDS. We're trying to win a damn World Series. Here's Chris Sale. Go out and hit it. We're going to ram it down your throat. Mm-hmm. And again, it doesn't always work out that way. As you look last year with Scherzer, when he was brought in the 5th or 6th, was it? 5th inning. And it was a weird inning. He got hit, but there was also a hit by pitch. There was a throwing error, a walk,
strike 3 error.
It was
catcher's interference.
It was a strange inning.
It was a complete Nationals melt. That was a typical Nationals.
It was a mess. So
we can't win a series.
So bringing in Max backfired a tad, and they lost the series. But go for it. Just go for it. Again,
whatever it takes.
Right. Sale in the 8th, bringing in Chris Sale in the 8th inning is literally, here he is. We don't care what you think about. Core doesn't care what you think of this move. We're trying to win the damn game.
Yeah.
And it's aggressiveness, and I love it. I really do. I love it. It's just that's how it should be. You're managing to win the game in that game, and you worry about tomorrow. And if it backfires, so be it. I'll let you have the game. Mm-hmm. But I made a decision. I made the right decision.
My best hand out there.
I'm bringing my best arm out there, and I don't think you're going to hit it. Mm-hmm. So if we're going down, we might as well go down swinging. And initially, Cora throughout the season, I wasn't all about it because too cocky. I thought it was. I don't like his. I thought it was
arrogant.
Arrogant's a good word. A little bit arrogant. He was throwing shade at the Yankees mid-season. Yeah. But seeing him now,
strutting around,
I kind of vibe with it a little bit. Maybe because they won the series, but maybe. I mean, but that's how you gotta be. You gotta be hard nosed. You gotta be aggressive. Cora and Boone are kind of literally complete polar opposites.
Yeah, they are.
Everybody talks about players taking on their manager's personality. You have a little bit of that with the Red Sox. A little bit of extra juice because of your manager. Cora's not going out there with a peace sign saying "Peace be with you." No, they're not doing that.
And also with you.
I don't know how much it plays into the outcome of any game or a postseason series, but you look at the rookie managers across baseball, and they were left with an experienced bench coach.
Yeah.
You look at the Red Sox. They have Ron Roenicke, mm-hmm. who managed the Brewers. Mm-hmm. You look at the Phillies. Yeah, they didn't make the dance, but they had an okay year. Very meltdown.
Yeah,
they
were in it. They were into the last month, and they just.
Yeah. But you look at Gabe Kapler, rookie manager. They have ex-Yankee Rob Thompson as the bench coach. Yep. So he's been there. You look at the Nats, Dave Martinez, Chip Hale's their bench coach.
I love Chip Hale.
Rookie. You look at the Yankees and Aaron Boone. They're the Yankees bench coach, Josh Bard.
How many times do we say it like that? Josh Bard.
Your bench coach is Josh Bard. So like you look at
former Indian great.
You look at the
Is he an Indian?
I
think so.
Josh Bard. I think he was a Dodger.
Maybe he's both.
I'm sure he's played for like 20 different teams.
He's one of those.
But I think he was a Dodger. But again, you look at the inexperience all across the board for the Yankees. So when
coach is a Dodger, player.
Coach. Okay.
Player is an Indian, but he was in both uniforms.
That's fair. But it was just kind of experience sitting next to one another. So you have Aaron Boone pitted with Josh Bard. So like it was just too much. I think just too much inexperience. I think it backfired. And again, the postseason press conference, according to the team, they're all coming. All the coaching staff's coming back. So maybe things will change in year 2. Maybe Boone will learn from his mistakes, and we'll see what happens. But they need to finish. They need to finish the job because they haven't won a World Series since 2009, and this season. I don't want to hear about 100 wins. Great. I don't want to hear about setting the home run record. Great. You're done after 4 games in the American League Division Series. That's a failure.
Only thing you're rising is a wild card banner.
Great.
Ooh.
Great.
What are you, the Mets?
So now going into next season, with Boone back, if the Yankees get off to a rocky start, the whole year Boone's going to be on a short leash. That's the main. If they start rocky and if they finish underwhelming, there's no way he's coming back for it. There's just no way, and that's it. And that's the end of that. I'm sitting here rambling on about the Yankees, and I'm not going to get over it for a long time. I'm really not. John Goomba, what else you got to say?
Just to wrap up the show. Just curious to see who you got in the next 2 rounds, the ALCS and NLDS.
All right, so
NLCS, what do you got?
We tweeted that out to our followers yesterday or 2 days ago. We were interested in everybody's
a lot of responses.
Everybody's take on World Series. We asked everybody's for their World Series prediction, and we got a couple Astros. We got a couple of homers with Boston, and I think it's wide open. I really do. Again, I would like to say the Astros are the clear-cut favorite, and they probably are, but don't know if they're going to come out. So NLCS, who I got? I'm going to go with. I'm gonna go with the Brewers. Okay,
I like the Brewers.
I'm gonna go with the Brewers.
It's 6 or 7. It's gonna be.
Yeah, it might be a 7-gamer.
It's gonna be.
I'm just tired of the Dodgers blowing it.
I just don't like Dave Roberts.
I don't mind him.
I
don't mind him. I don't. But I just think the Brewers are a superior team. I think that bullpen is lights out.
Yep.
And they hit. Yeah. They really do.
They can hit, and their bullpen.
And they're a great defensive team.
And Counsell proved it in game 1 that he's not afraid to let his bullpen win the game.
He's aggressive.
2 innings from
he may not look aggressive, but he's aggressive.
He literally sits there, arms folded, and says nothing the whole game. And then he manages great.
Yeah,
everything seems to work except last night's
silent assassin
away with the turn home run.
But I'm going to go with the Brewers. I really am. And again, it's wide open, but I'm shooting for the Brewers.
I like the Brewers too.
On the American League side, I'm just going to go with the Astros just because they're the Astros. Their pitching is dynamite.
Yep.
Never will I say the Red Sox, but I do think they have a chance. I really do. But I can't see how that pitching staff outside of Chris Sale beats Verlander, beats Keuchel, beats Cole, beats just everybody throwing the ball in Houston.
I'm gonna give you a bold prediction right now. Astros sweep the Red Sox. Tonight they're up 1-0.
Possibly.
Tonight is Price against Cole in Fenway.
Price.
Which why we playing? Price is just
sick of him.
75.
Everybody can say what they want to say about Price last time out against the Astros, but I'll take my chances with any team facing David Price in October.
No, this is my point.
Tired of David Price.
So 75 playoff innings pitched from Price with a 5.28 ERA, career 2-9. If you want to tell me last year he pitched well against the Astros and the DS, great. But here's the thing:
the Astros won.
Here's the thing: he pitched in, I believe it was game 2 and 3, 2 2/3, where he pitched innings 3 through 5, 0 earned runs, and then he pitched 4 innings where he pitched 4 through 7, 0 earned runs. So he pitched 6 2/3 with no earned runs. Thing is, he didn't start. He should not be start. It's a completely different animal when you start the game. And I felt like the Red Sox, you got Sale, Porcello, Eovaldi, and I think there's no issue putting Eduardo Rodriguez as your 4th guy and letting Price be that 3 to 6 guy.
Yeah.
I felt like this was the time to change it up. Gotta get off this guy. Get off of him.
It's time.
You gotta get off of Price. So when tonight's game's over and the Red Sox are down 2-0 and they're headed back to Houston, I feel like they can easily just take this in Houston.
It's gonna
Whether it's a sweep or 4, I'm going sweep. If we sweep 4-1, this is ending in Houston.
My
and then I have Houston over Brewers.
I agree. I'm going to go Astros Brewers. I'm going to go with the Astros. Going to repeat. I know it's tough, but I think they got the team.
They're so good.
They're great. They really are. They're
unbelievable
great.
Team.
So if everybody wants to give us your predictions, feel free to tweet at us at We Are the Goombas, and when we post this on YouTube, give me you feel free to comment on the comment section on your predictions. And real quick before we wrap up, I have no problem. I actually loved it when the Red Sox played New York in the clubhouse after they won. I mean, rightfully so. That's what you get.
That's
exactly.
What you get.
Karma comes around.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I really
good.
Did. Loved
now
it.
You learned something.
Loved it. Great job by the Bo Sox there. But that's about it for this episode. We hope y'all enjoyed it. Until next time, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, our iTunes, our SoundCloud. And be sure to give the Goombas a follow on our Twitter at We Are the Goombas. And the Goombas, maybe we'll see when, but we'll have a World Series recap on the next episode. With the MLB season wrapping up, we'll find some time to get some knowledge out for you. Mm-hmm. So R.I.P. to the Yankee season, and the Goombas again.
Hey.
Salud.
Arrivederci.